Good day, my super fantastic science boffins. Just to let you know, I miss you all. Your faces, your energy, and the amazing science lessons we used to have. Hope you are ready for today's lesson. Let's have some fun. Grade 6s. Today we'll be talking about electrical circuits and then we'll be discussing simple circuits. So let's just look at the instructions. Please make sure that you have your date and your heading written down. Please make sure that you write neatly and clearly and that you use lots of color when necessary. I would please like to ask you that you read all the information in this PowerPoint presentation as well as to make some notes in your workbook after the lesson or during this lesson. Please make sure that if you have these notes printed out that you paste them in your book, or if you are unable to print them, to please just write the 2 slides of information down in your workbook. And if you have the academic pack that you ordered, please make sure that the PowerPoint presentation gets stuck into your workbook. Now, don't forget, once we are done with this lesson, make sure that you rule off, and I hope you enjoy. So grade 6s, we are going to discuss a circuit, and a circuit is a pathway. Now remember, a circuit is a pathway for electricity to flow. So when you connect all 3 of your different components, remember your source of energy, your conducting wire, and your device, you can make a circuit. Wires connect the source of energy, the cell, to the component and back to the source of energy. This is an electrical system. This system allows electricity or electrical energy to flow through it. The electrical energy flows along a path. When the pathway is unbroken and complete, we say that it is a closed system. This pathway is called a circuit. And now we need to know that an electrical current moves from negative to positive. So remember, our circuit is a pathway and it allows electrical energy to pass through. If the circuit is closed and complete with all 3 components. If your circuit does not have all 3 components and it is an open circuit, it won't work. Even if you have all 3 components and you haven't connected them properly, your circuit might not work. Remember, electrical energy needs a pathway to flow. So grade 6s, let's have a look at an electrical pathway with a switch. Remember, if we don't have a switch, we can still actually have a circuit. It just means we would have to connect our wires to our battery and cell correctly and with our light bulb. So the copper wire would form as a switch. Then, if we look at our switch, electrical energy will flow through an unbroken and complete pathway. So we need our pathway of electricity to be complete with no unbroken components. So it needs to be connected correctly. Then the light bulb will light up if we have a complete and perfect circuit with a complete pathway for electrical energy to flow through. If the switch is off, it will create a break in the pathway, which then means electricity will not flow. If the switch is on, it will create a closed circuit, which will allow electricity to flow. A switch is called a control device as it controls the flow of energy in our circuit. So if you want a control device in your circuit, you would need to supply a switch. So your light switch supplies the electrical energy to your light bulb. It's your control device of putting the lights on and off. Grade 6s, please take the time to watch this simple circuit for a fun home science experiment. Please watch him make a simple circuit out of a torch. And if you are able to try this at home, please take the opportunity to try it with adult supervision. But please remember, you do not need to do this at home, as you will get an opportunity later in the term to make your own circuit. But for now, just watch the video on how you put the 3 components together in order to get your circuit functioning. Remember, our electrical energy goes from negative to positive and we need 3 components.
our wire, our light bulb, and our switch.
Hi, Josh here with the St. Louis Science Center, the Science Off Center team, with another experiment that you can try at home. This one has to do with electricity. So what you'll need is a working flashlight, preferably a cheaper one that you can get to the light bulb and not get in trouble when you take it apart. And you'll need just any ordinary wire. So, first and foremost, take the flashlight apart. All you'll need to keep are the batteries and the light bulb. So what we're going to do is make a simple circuit. And to do that, just take your battery and your wire, attach the wire to one side of the battery. You can use tape or your finger. And then the light bulb, have it touching the other side of the battery. Then using this end of the wire, you can light it up. Now that's not nearly as bright as the flashlight, so let's try 2 batteries. So we line them up. Let's do it like this. And when you touch the wire to the light bulb, you get it even brighter. So try this at home, let us know how it works, see if it matters which side the light bulb goes on,
or other configurations, and let us know how it works.
Grade 6ers, I hope that you enjoyed the previous video about how to build a circuit from taking a current circuit out of a torch. Now, I would like you to watch the next video just on how to build your own circuit with different things you can find in and around your home. Please pay close attention and I hope you enjoy the video. Please make sure that when you are done to just make a few notes on how to make your own circuit and pay close attention to the wires, the battery and cell and the light bulb when and when it does not light up. Remember, electricity does not always flow in our circuit. Our switch must be closed, our circuit must be closed, and all 3 components must be connected properly. Enjoy!
Hi, Josh here with the St. Louis Science Center with Science Off Center with another experiment that you can try at home. Now this, what we're going to make today, is called a test circuit. So it's basically going to be just your average circuit with a light bulb that will turn on whenever you have a completed circuit. So what you'll need is a light bulb. I took this from an old flashlight that I wasn't going to use anymore. A battery. At least 1 rubber band, you might need more than that. A clothespin. 2 wires. Tape, maybe. And some random stuff to test to see if it conducts electricity or not. Okay, first step is we're going to make a stand for our light. So, you'll need to take your wire and wrap it around the metal part of the light. You need to make sure that the stripped end of the wire is actually touching the metal part of the light bulb. Let's see here. Once or twice around should be enough. I like to cram it up on top. And then pinch your light bulb inside of your clothespin. So now we're going to get our battery ready. All you need to do is take your rubber band and wrap it around your battery. I like to do it at least twice. You want the rubber band tight enough to hold things on, but not so tight that you can't slip anything underneath the rubber band. So now we just need to slip the light under our rubber band. It's best when your light bulb does not come undone. So when you are done, you want to make sure that your light bulb is sitting right on top of that positive nub of the battery. And now, just turn the battery over and take your second wire, stick it right under the rubber band, and make sure that the metal part of the wire is touching that little circle on the bottom of the battery. Here's where tape might come in handy. I like to take just one small piece of tape just to make sure that that wire is not going anywhere. And so now you have a completed circuit. In order to test to make sure that it works, just take your two wires and touch them together, and your light should light up. So now that you have your completed circuit, test some things around the house. See if you can find some conductors like this aluminum foil,
Or some insulators, like this sandpaper. See what you can figure out, and let us know at scienceoffcenter.org.
Grade 6s, I hope that you enjoyed today's lesson and that you learned something cool about simple circuits and making your own electrical circuit. Now please pay attention. I need you to make sure that you have taken the notes and put them into your workbook. Remember, if you have an academic pack, you can cut them out and paste them in your natural science book, or just keep them in a flip file, safe and sound for when you need them to study. I would also then please like to ask you that throughout the video, if you've had some notes, to make sure they are in your workbook. Then, if you have everything you need, you are more than welcome to try build your own simple circuit. You may use the video lesson from today, or you can use the instructions from Activity 2 on page 114. And then you can read Activity 3 on how to make your own switch from on page 119 to 120. Now, the only thing I need you to make sure that you have the answers to is to please answer question 4 and 5 for Activity 2 on page 115. Please make sure that the two answers to those questions are in your workbook by the end of this lesson. Now, if you do not have your Natural Science Platinum textbook, I have uploaded it onto Google Classroom. I hope that you enjoyed today's lesson, and if you do experiment with building your own circuit, please send me some video. I would love to see. Have a wonderful day further.